Something a little bit strange happened, and it was something I noticed after getting notification of a referral that was created. This just started happening this evening, so my assumption is this just now started. So, as you may know, when you refer a Tesla Model 3 or a Model Y, you get 2,000 credits. These referral credits are good to use at Tesla store on the app. Now, if you refer somebody with a Model S or an X, you get 20,000 credits. And that is a pretty big offer. Now, just this evening, I noticed a referral came through, but it said 10,000 credits. Now, this was for a Model 3, so I had to take a look. And apparently, the offers for the Model 3 and Model Y have gone up for referring people. They've also included new incentives for those who are being referred. So there are some new deals available for Model 3, Model Y, Model S, and Model X. So let's run through this because I think this is a pretty interesting offer, especially given the fact that we're only 6 days into the next quarter. So interesting that this is happening. I'm going to take a look at inventory in my area just to look at some samples of what's out there. With this new referral program, essentially when you refer somebody, you get referral credits. Now, the person who is being referred will usually get referral credits, or they'll get supercharging miles, or they'll get dollars off, or a combination of those things. So here's what the stack out is as it sits right now. So if you refer somebody with a Model 3 or Y, you get 10,000 referral credits. Model S and X is still at 20,000 and then 9,000 for solar. But the buyer of a Model 3 or Y will get $500 off, plus they're going to get 3 months full self-driving for free. So this is a new offer, something a little bit different. And this is something that usually we wouldn't see a compound offer like this until later in the quarter when Tesla's giving that push to try to deliver all their cars. Over on the Model S and the Model X, it's a similar story. You get $1,000 off, plus you get that 3 months of full self-driving. Over on the solar side, however, you get $500 off. And then if you refer yourself, here's what you're going to get. Model 3, Model Y, you're going to get that $500 off, 3 months of full self-driving. Model S or X, $1,000 off, 3 months of full self-driving. And if you refer yourself for solar, $500 off. So this is definitely interesting. So previously, what we saw, if you referred yourself, you would get the combination of the referral credit and you would get the credit that the referee would also receive. So you would get both of those combined. So if it was 2,000 credits for a Model 3 to refer somebody and you got 2,000 credits for being referred, you would get 4,000 credits by purchasing it yourself. So this one is a lot different because they are cutting back on those credits. And really the only people getting credits as it sits right now is somebody who's doing the referring. So I'm very interested to hear from you what your thoughts are. Are these credits good enough to bring more orders in? And what do you think Tesla is thinking right now by offering these huge discounts and these additional credits right at the beginning of the quarter? Let me know in the comments what you think. It'll be interesting to see how this continues to shake out. I don't know if something happened or if Tesla started to notice a number of referral credits are starting to stack up and maybe it's going to cost them more than they anticipated. So we're going to keep an eye on this because I think that this has a chance to continue to change. Of course, at the end of the quarter, things will change for better offers for people to take delivery of a car. But these are new offers and this is what we're looking at. Now, pivoting over to inventory, I think there's an interesting story to be told here. So as we closed out the last quarter, Model 3's absolutely flooded inventory. But we're seeing that slow down now. And even looking at my own inventory locally, there is not quite as much inventory as there was at the end of last quarter. Now, the exception to this is the Model S, which there are a ton of Model S's out there, which really is no surprise given the price point and consumer preference towards SUVs. What's interesting when you look at inventory, and again, this is just my area, these inventory cars are still discounted like they were at the end of last quarter. So again, we're getting big referral credits now here at the beginning of this quarter, and we're getting the same discounts off of inventory cars that we had at the end of last quarter at the beginning of this quarter. So definitely Tesla is pushing hard from day one, it looks like. So here's what we have locally. For the Model 3 standard range, we're looking about $2,200 off for an inventory car, $1,400 for a long range, and about $2,900 for a performance. Over on the Model Y, those are also discounted. Now, there's only one all-wheel drive in inventory, and it's a demo, so I'm not going to look at that one, but the long range, $1,500 off. And then, interestingly enough, the performance Model Y at $500 off. So that all-wheel drive is probably going to be $500 off as well if it has a discount. And I think that that's what we're going to see because this demo model is $800 or so off. Over on the Model S and Model X, just like the end of last quarter, Model S long range, $7,500 off. Model S Plaid, $7,500 off. Model X long range, $7,500 off. And then the Plaid Model X, $5,000 off. Now, where is this all going? And that's really where the interesting story is. If you add in the discount that you get for being referred, and you look at the tax credit if you do qualify for the whole amount, here's what you're looking at with these cars. Model 3 standard range just over $30,000 at $30,030, $31 away from being $29,990, which is crazy. The long range at $37,820, and the performance you can get $42,310. Over on the Model Y, the all-wheel drive, if it only got that $500 discount, you would be looking at $39,740. The long range would come in at $40,990, and the performance would come in at $45,990. As you know at this point, the Model S and the Model X, they do not qualify for the tax credits, but they are discounted at these higher levels. $7,500 on the Model S, $7,500 on the Model X long range, $5,000 on the Plaid. So if you add in that extra $1,000 for being referred, here's what you're really looking at. You can get into a long range Model S as low as $79,990, $99,990 for a Plaid Model S, $89,990 for a long range Model X, and $102,990 for a Plaid Model X. So you can get a standard range Model 3 for almost under $30,000. This is getting extremely competitive, and as these prices continue to go down, this is great news for everybody. So I'm interested to hear from you what your thoughts are on this. Are these incentives good enough to get more people to make orders? And based on the inventory in your area, do you think that Tesla is sitting on too many cars, or are they just really planning on having a blowout quarter every day of every month? Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, give it the thumbs up. If you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel as we continue to post content regularly. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Bearded Tesla. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll catch you next time.